What's up? How are y'all doing?
Look at that. We're here.
Yeah. It's time.
We've got some Keyforge.
It's time to get sweaty.
This the sweat night.
I'm already sweating. That's how you know. That's how you know it's sweaty in here. Drop the one. Of course, we're dropping the 150.
I would highly doubt that we're dropping only $150 on the Kickstarter.
I don't see a world in which I spend less than $1,000.
I think that Kickstarter is probably going to clear 2 million.
I think. Yeah.
I think it's going to clear more than 2 million, and it's possible it goes even higher than that.
2 million would be very impressive.
I mean, if you look at the numbers, if you're looking at the numbers and comparing it to, say, like some of the other card games, I think 2 million is a reasonable expectation.
I think the easiest comparison is SoulForge, right? SoulForge had 1,900 and something backers.
Yeah, so less than 2,000. So Keyforge already has like 4 times that or something, right?
Followers.
Yeah.
I don't know what the ratio of followers to backers is on like a campaign for a Kickstarter. But SoulForge had like a little under 2,000 backers and it raised 400,000, I think, 500,000, something like that.
But then like Sorcery
had 6,000 backers ish, I think, maybe a little
raised
more than
like 4 million.
Raised 4 million, but that is a TCG, is different, obviously. Sure. You had investors diving in very heavily.
Yes, yeah,
to SoulForge, but SoulForge did raise the most money for a card game ever on Kickstarter. So 4 million, and the previous record was like 1 million or 2 million, so it was like it was way less than the 4 million that they raised.
I think there's a latent, dormant Keyforge majority, a silent Keyforge majority I think there's people that got turned off initially, probably around AOA, that did play Keyforge when it came out, liked the game, and this is a good jumping back in point. Yeah, for them. I guess they see this as a good opportunity. And there are Mars cards we printed that might see new life. Not Martian Generosity.
So I posted Grabber Jammer. I think that's a great one. Yeah, it's a great. I forgot Grabber Jammer existed because we have not played a deck with a Grabber Jammer in it in so long.
It's a really good card. The problem is like Coda Mars just doesn't make it to the table around these parts.
It's so hard to have a good Coda Mars deck.
It's kind of a crying shame.
Yeah. Well, all the Mars decks we end up playing are AOA. So I literally forgot Grabber Jammer existed until someone posted it on Twitter the other day, and I was like, this card is amazing. Like, where has this card been? Yeah. Right? It's so good.
Well, I think if you've got...
It filled a great role.
If you've got medium power, kind of annoying to fight creatures, giving them negatives for your opponent is a real like good way to handle those, right? Yeah. Like 4 power, 1 armor is like just annoying enough.
It's like not easy to kill. It just chills on the table. Right?
Yeah. So I think there needs more cards like that. So
you got a Legacy Grabber Jammer. That's really sweet.
That's dope.
That's actually one of the probably better legacies you can get in Mars.
Yeah. I think Grabber Jammer by a wide margin is one of the better common creatures in Coda. Probably the best common creature.
You could probably enter Dongle Royale into the algorithm if people want to.
Dongle Royale.
I'm pretty excited to get some algorithmic decks. The full-on playmat as well with the algorithm deck that you made and the picture of the Archon on it. Yeah. That's pretty sick. Yeah. Pretty sick. Pretty cool roll. All right. Games.
I'm on Argento.
I'm on Master Egg Hunt. Oh, good.
Is that
This is the stone deck, right?
Yeah.
The stone that doesn't play stone.
The deck that is the stone deck that is just throw in the trash can every time.
Yeah. 4-1 versus 2-4 Argento. Let me get the bets going.
Budgenator the deck.
I like how they were like, we can't guarantee that the title of this deck won't make fun of you in some way.
I think that's fine. I think a lot of people would be totally fine with a self-deprecating name.
If you choose a color, they run a purple ink for the mats. Hoping you can pick Archon color. I understand why you can't pick anything else, but our color would be nice. Yeah, I wonder how doable that would be like. Is that an element they could easily feed into it, or is it like part of generating the deck and everything?
Well, I think names seem to be something that you can do fairly easy because they did all those decks for the stores. Yeah. That had like the name of the stores in them, so.
Need your name deck to Cane Sanctum. That's definitely not a guarantee, right? It was insulting to be here for. I think everyone would. Most people would prefer if their named deck is in some way hilarious, like just in the stinky, just in the something like that, right? Evil Twin mats would look super cool. I wish that Evil Twins were forever a thing, kind of, but I guess there's like all kinds of like design space that you have to design new character. You have to design 2 times for every time. One time you design a card, right?
Yeah.
So it's not really.
Well, and then there's the problem with DT is that the Evil Twins are not close to equal.
I think they should have been way more common.
Maybe. But like,
they're just not as good quality.
Cards that had Evil Twins, are they going to be reprinted?
That's a great question. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Elements for display of Sanctum with Joker or the head Vault Keeper.
Did they make
bites rocks?
Did they make an Evil Twin of a creature who wasn't new in Dark Tidings?
No.
I think all the Evil Twins were all new creatures, right? Does anybody remember? The puncher of nerds. I have to go look at all the Nathan decks that were sent to me.
40.
73. Okay, I have to. Balloons and oh god, and furnaces.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think this is a mulligan. This hand's not terrible, but I think it is a mulligan. Evil Twins and the Conspiracy are from past sets. Okay. Submit your name as Evil Twin of.
Sweatforge Royale.
Do you have to give a single name, or can you give a compound?
I believe you can give you can put spaces in. I think it was like a character. It was like a 20 character limit or something like that.
Yeah. Does that name enter the algorithm for all time?
There was Evil Twin Merkins. I don't even remember that.
Evil Twin Merkins was the Conspiracy.
Oh, it's in Conspiracy. Okay.
$25 character. I didn't know if the name was just like existed in the ether, or if it was,
No, it's you give them a name and they make one deck for it. That doesn't necessarily put it in the algorithm.
Okay. All right, I'll start by playing Streak.
All right, I'll say Star Alliance. I am going to play Stone. I'm going to play Away Team. I'm going to give it a Stealthster and put access denied on the Streak.
I am gonna say Logos, Kalade Standardizati, and then I'll play Mechanico Titano.
I'll say this. I will play Cinder, Bonesaw. I'll discard Bonesaw, and I'll Wail of the Damned, the mechanic.
It says destroy a creature with no pips.
No bonus icons.
No bonus icons.
Your turn.
Alright. Gonna play Groggins. Play Skyamata Scintilla. I'll do 2 damage to Bonesaw. I'm gonna play Kappa Tribu Gengar, and Groggins is gonna fight Cinder. And then I'm gonna do to stun. And it is your turn. I'll draw.
Okay, I'll say Logos, so I'll play Lethalogica. For Effervescent, I'll just discard that. I will play Cronus, Infomorph, draw, archive. And then I'll play...
Was the last time we purchased a deck? We bought a bunch from the sale, right?
Yeah, we got like about a ton with the dollar decks. I will play Cyberclone, purge the Gengar Chieftain. And I'll discard this QMax. Your turn.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna play Streak, and I'm gonna Poltergeist the Pixel Stone. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2.
Alright, I'll say Logos. I'll play Mutagenic Serum. Gain 1 and draw, and I'll archive something. I'll play Oddclad. I will... I'll Reap. Is it... Does it have Burn stockpile? I guess I'll never know. I'll Reap.
This is the Brig deck.
It has Brig, okay. I think if you're brigging, it's about the same either way. So I'll go to 7. I'll read 3 times. Okay, your turn.
All right, I am gonna say Brobnar. I'm gonna reap with Reap. And I'll Finade Kadardi.
Dang cowards.
And then I'll play Wallop. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw. Go ahead.
Now Forge. I will play Logos. I'll play Even Ivan and Eclectic Inquiry.
I was behind on creatures anyway.
Your turn.
I had the Coward's End in hand, so I was prepared.
I think that deck really does not like Coward's End. I mean, Stone in play. Was it? I think it really wants creatures.
A lot of creatures.
Yeah, that's why I played it.
All right, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Anacleto and Pip, and now I'll just power to archive a card.
Because I figured you'd be forced to Poltergeist. You have 2 Poltergeists, so...
And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 4. Go ahead. Yeah, every Brobnar side needs more Rock Running Giant.
I'm going to say Logos again. I'm going to steal one with Even Ivan.
Okay.
I'm going to Eclectic Inquiry. And then that draw.
Off the Eclectic Inquiry?
Yeah.
You have 5 cards in hand?
I did not draw. So
it is just draw.
Yeah,
it's all random.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Obelisco de Ferro. I'll play Nilla Misha Lollop.
Thanks, Coslas. 3 gears.
Lollop is going to fight Even Ivan, and then ready. And then he's going to fight Bonesaw, and then ready. And then I'll Reap. And I'll Reap. And then I'll play Capitrubu, and I'll Reap. I'll say check with 6, drop a chain, draw 3, and tell you to go ahead.
Let's say Dis. I'll pick up the archive. Gonna play Rubaru. I'm gonna draw. Lose these 3. I'm gonna Gateway. Haircut those. I gain 5. Play Snudge.
And like 3 Infernos.
And like 3 Infernuses.
This thing doesn't have too many Amber Pips, so I'm not.
Yeah. Alright, so those 2 are the only Amber Pips.
Yeah. I'm not totally beat out of shape over that.
Streak. Thanks for that sub. Fudge. Let's get Coward's End and Fight Mechanic. And I'm done.
I feel like I had a very small window to have the brig in this game. Okay, I am gonna say this. I'm gonna play Obsidian Imp. Wait, isn't that? No, it's Amber Imp.
Yeah. What is Obsidian Imp?
Play Schuler.
New Imp just dropped.
I'll play Charette. And I'll draw for. Tell you, go ahead.
I'll say this. I'll fight Charette. I'll reap. I guess I'll reap. Then reap. Then pick up. Then play. And purge stuff.
You should. He's got the.
Yeah, Amber Pip, yep. Purge these. I guess I could start purging my own stuff, but it's fine. I'll reap with Infernus. I don't probably even do that. Because you probably have interdimensional graft at least now, so. Alright, I'm done.
Okay. I am gonna put my archives in my hand and say Logos. I'm gonna start off with Caesonia Banana.
I have 9.
Tripianto Dimensional.
Yep. You hate my deck. Look, it's not my deck.
Playing 2 Bot Atantes. And Pipit. I will destroy Snudge with Falchadiri e Diboli. And then I'll play a Wallop, second helper bot. And it's your turn.
Oh, Forge. Alright, I'll say Star Alliance. Plays Antony. So we need like a reference token. Get the D100 out. I'm gonna give Antony Stealthster. Play this Researcher and draw. Play Hayden. Let me give it 2 blast shieldings. I'll play Garcia. I'll give it an Explorer over. I'll shoot a bot. I'll give it another Explorer over. I'm done. Jumble under inflation.
Okay, I am going to say this. I'm gonna reap twice. I'm gonna poltergeist the mutagenic serum.
You got any mutants over there? No.
He's a Umano.
Whatever that is.
This means human.
Cyborg? Oh, Umano, okay.
Cyanziato. And then I'll foretell Deshushio.
Okay.
Draw 2. Good.
Alright. I'll say Logos. I'll play Demobot and Eclectic. And draw. Archive 2. And Eclectic. Archive 2. And your turn.
There, I'll forge. I am going to save Brobnar. I'm gonna play Grump Buggy, Single Bang Bang, and Wallop. And it's your turn. I'll draw these 3. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll say this. I'll pick up the archive. Play Truebaroo. Draw. I'll Gateway. I'll steal 1 and gain 5. Bonesaw. Snudge. Brabble. Reap.
I feel like that both his eclectic inquiries right there were horseshit because it also drew into like all your discs. Alright, so I'll forge.
A Ruins of Arcana stack with a Legacy Lithologica. That's pretty cool.
One off. So I can say Logos. I can play Badatante, Replicante. This guy I'll archive. That I can Schuler the steel one, but your keys cost 7, but not.
Ooh-wee. That was actually close.
Yeah. I blame the reshuffle. I don't think he shuffled. I don't think shuffled.
The cards were I had a lot of cards in play.
It was all your Starlines were there, yes, but you got 2 eclectics, right?
Yeah. I drew into the second one off the first one's draw, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine, right? I mean, you had some draws at it, but both eclectics there are really bad for me because I'm banking on that you're back down to a fair number of cards after the reshuffle.
And it was less than fair because I was chained up.
Yeah, so that's what I'm banking on there, right? Because I needed to buy the Antony stopping me. Right, you stopped me for a turn. and the game came down to a turn.
I might just turn my discard pile right over. It's true. There's no proof that I didn't do that. No proof at all. We talked to Justice Blinded about that situation a lot.
We did. I believe that was divulged in confidence. So
yeah, we were no details, but it was about the same as our take. I feel like at the time.
Yeah,
the same. We still feel the same way. All right, next game. Crab Deep.
Shree. This is the Howling Pit deck. You always forget Howling Pit.
I forgot that one time. It was really bad that I forgot it. It's pretty bad. Next game.
This dog is bored.
Yeah.
Why are you so bored, dog?
Now these board games are blocking his walking path. Get your bets out.
Let's play around multiple Ronnies and TMTPs, right?
We got 2 Ronnies. We got 2 TMTPs.
Yeah. This pod's miserable.
Man, I can't wait to get back into Tournament of Champions. To be honest with the new set. It's been so long since I guess more than a year, right? Since we did like
18 months or
something. And then the Dark Tidings one was the Dark Tidings one, so
yeah.
But man, it's always such a fun experience, just like playing through a pod every night and learning what decks are.
And just learning cards in the set. Learning situations where cards are good, right?
Yeah.
I think Swindle's a classic example of a card where it's like people tell you that it's really, really bad, but we have had multiple games where it's cracked open, and it's like, well, if your opponent has 8 creatures on the board and you play Swindle, yeah, it's bad, man. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you there. That's just kind of basic math, right? If your opponent has no creatures, then Swindle looks pretty good. One.
Well,
14. Crushed him.
Mulligan.
I'll play this Dinobot.
Oh yeah, tomorrow Logan's back. So, Logan stream again. We might play Dungeon Fighter, if y'all are familiar with Dungeon Fighter. I just got the Kickstarter stuff in for the 2nd edition of it. It's a dexterity dungeon crawl game. There's like a target in the middle of the table. We have to like throw dice at, and you have to like bounce it once on the table. But sometimes the monsters make you like throw it off your elbow, or do it under your leg shot, or like off your forehead.
Sounds pretty great.
It looks pretty fun. Looks like it would be an entertaining time.
Yeah, Mulligan specifically for Swindle, I think, because he was going first, right?
Oh yeah. I will say Untamed. I'm gonna play There Everywhere and discard Key Charge. Your turn.
Classic AOA Untamed turn right there.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna play Pincerator because this makes me immune to Dusk Witch. I'll play Fidget. I guess I have to shoot Dinobot here. I'll play Nexus. I'll play Old Bruno. And the turn, the pincing will occur.
Hey. You really gotta do that? You brought your rope up here. Here.
Yeah, he's like, but he was bored with it. Let's see.
There. Alright, I will say Shadows.
I did not lose that game to Infernus, Fudgenator.
Nah, the Infernus weren't even that bad.
I lost the game to the Logo side, I think.
Play Ronnie. I will. Doesn't that? Oh, that's after pins.
That was after.
All right,
pins.
so all throwing stars. So 1, 2, 3.
And you get 1.
I'll play TMTP. I'll play Dusk Chronicles. An archive. I am done.
I will say Shadows. I'm gonna reap twice. Then I am gonna play Bow and a Mutant Cut Purse. And it's your turn.
I'll say Shadows. I will play Ronnie. I will play Lamindra to the discard pile. That's where she's gonna end up. I'll play Dusk Chronicles. I will archive a card. Your turn.
Fencing.
Check with 6.
I am going to say Logos. I'll play the Pit. I'll Diametric Charge Ronnie. I'll discard Standardized Testing. And it's your turn. The Fencing. I'll draw.
A Forge. I'll say Untamed. They're everywhere. I'll play Grove Keeper.
Dance.
Your turn.
Oh, I'm supposed to have
draw. Yeah.
Alright. I am gonna say I'm gonna Gleeful Mayhem.
Creatures are not surviving this game.
I'm gonna play Break Key.
Thanks for that sub there, Purple.
I'll
2 years.
Play Implosion. I'll play Waking Nightmare, and then I'll Mindfire you.
2 years. We got a 3-year and a 2-year today.
I was trying to hit a disc creature so I could
oh yeah.
Waking Nightmare. No such luck. For investors.
Wow. That was like I had a couple cards you get it.
Okay. Yeah, it's your turn. I'll say check with 8 and go ahead.
Okay. I'll say Robnar. I'll play Pound. I will play the Cow. I'll play Kulf. I'll play Lollop. I'll discard Tremor. Your turn.
Alright, I'll Forge.
Subs are subs, or you're still king of the bits. That's true. That is true. Forever king of the bits.
Okay, I guess I'll say this. Play Lyco Fiends, I'll play Sinestra, I'll play Bonesaw, I'll play Pandemonium. So I captured there. I'm gonna capture onto Lyco Fiends and Bonesaw. And then the Fencing. And it's your turn. Draw.
I'll say Robnar. Pick up the archive. I'm gonna fight Schuler. Sinestra.
Alright, so I guess I don't steal.
No steal. I'm gonna play Bramo. I'm gonna reap. I'm gonna play Germanaut. Pick up Lollop. Play Lollop. I'm done. Hence.
Alright, I am gonna say Shadows. I'll play Rad Penny. I'll do damage to the Juggernaut. I'll steal. I'll play Bow and steal. I'll play Gamgee and Zarek. And then the Pinsing occurs. That's after I draw up. So I'll draw 4, then the Pinsing.
Alright, I'll say Shadows. I'm gonna Sucker Punch Gamgee. These poor Shadows creatures got no chance on these boards. I will Bone Rot Boss Derek.
Okay.
I will play a TMTP.
I have yet to see a creature that's had a bone on this.
Yeah,
on this board.
I'm done. Pince.
Pinsing.
Are you effing kidding me, dog?
All right, gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Lethal Logica.
Sound the nerds.
I'm gonna play Eclectic Inquiry and archive the top 2. I'll play Lethal Logica. I'll do damage to Drummerknot. This is Rad Penny right here. I was trying to figure out which order to play so that I wouldn't have to discard her. Okay, I'm gonna play Bot Booked and Demo Bots. I'm gonna play Forge Compiler. I actually think I'm better off just leaving the cards in the archive for the rest of the game. Alright, I'll say check with 8. It's your turn. I'll shuffle and draw 6.
Vince, does that die first?
I draw
it dies second.
and then it dies. It is important where he goes.
It is. Alright, I'm gonna say Brobnar. I'm gonna play Iron Obelisk. And the War Chest. I got a lot of damage Brobnar creatures right now. I will fight Bob Bookton. Fight Bob Bookton. Reap with Drummerknot. Pick up Bramo. Play Bramo. Smash.
Okay, steal 1.
Reap with Gulf. Oh, I have Zenja the Fray. I gotta play that on Wallop. And then fought the second Butt Bookton with Wallop. And then Reaped with Bramo instead. And then Reap with Alt. That'll check out.
Sure.
Please confirm. Okay. Now your keys are +3. I get Forge for 9.
Okay, I am gonna say Logos Pinsing.
Pinsing.
I'm gonna play Lethal Logica. I'll play this Eclectic Inquiry.
The deck's doing a lot of spinning.
Yeah. Actually, so I have this in my hand. I'm gonna play this and then the Eclectic Inquiry. It's that way I don't have to lose one. So Effervescent, then Eclectic, or so yes. Lethal Logica, Effervescent, Eclectic. That order. Okay. I drop a chain and draw one. Go ahead.
Okay. Untamed.
And then Pinsing.
Ah! Untamed. Full moon. Tantatlin. Shoda. I'll gain 2, and I'll lose 1, and I'll forge for 6. Is that Forge Compiler?
Yes.
And then I'm gonna Nature's Call. These 2. I'll play Tantatlin and Camouflage. And then I'll play Shoda. I'll gain 2. I'll lose 1. I'll forge for 6. Boom. Crab deep.
Forging keys is cheating.
That was a cheeky turn.
I'm glad Crab Deep won because I do like that deck.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think that deck got a bad shake at the beginning of this pod, but it's possible the Howling Pit is a mistake against it because
that drew me into the second full moon. Yeah, it was interesting because I was basically trying to sculpt the hand for a while that game. All right. Didn't expect to get 2 keys out of it, but the games aren't that sweaty.
Well, they're actually moving.
They're moving, yeah. Not yet, at least. We'll see.
I think we're actually more accustomed to these decks now.
Yeah,
got some reps with them.
We know the game plans.
Yeah,
more so.
We got some exactly. We know the forward momentum, right? And yeah, they've got a lot of control, but it's like...
I'm on Saeed. Alright, get your bets out. Next game.
Alright, what am I playing against here? Axioms. Double Infernus. Ognaths. This is just like a dude's deck.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of guys. Just a bunch of guys hanging out.
Just dudes being guys.
Just...
Wezzel's 4-1. Okay. It's a Gravitron deck. Okay, yeah, I remember. I like that deck.
Obsidian Forge, I think, is the real danger.
Velocitary Gia. What a word. I don't think anything except a computer can come up with that word. But if that's actually a real word, please feel free to prove me wrong. Got 2 Gravitron decks, they both have 2 discombibulators. I have Twinsons, that's weird. That's a rare, right? I'll mulligan.
Oh, yeah.
Did you do the thing?
No. This deck, this deck.
Yeah.
Really hates opponent's creatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
This deck creates a hostile work environment. Alright, I'm gonna mulligan. This deck creates a hostile work environment. It's not as bad as the triple blinding light deck or whatever in the other pod, right? But it's pretty close.
Woof fouls he. That is a good one. It is
I had
uncommon, okay.
I was on a hot streak from the last 2 weeks, Vegenator. This you run out. You run out of stream. That just happens. I was due for the boomerang. His hand is markedly worse. But I guess I'll go first. I'll play Dominator Bobble. And I'll draw one until you go ahead.
Play this. I'll play Dino Fiend and Cinder. Your turn.
Alright, I am gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Nobu Dynamo. I'm gonna Cyber Clone the Dino Fiend. Get him out of here. And it's your turn. Draw 2. That must be, yeah, it was Coda. That must be from the first generation of decks. The first generation of decks would absolutely mangle the language.
I played Sanctum. I played Bulwark. I'll play the Grey Rider. Fight that.
Okay, so you'll take 2.
I will play Squire Alice. I'm done.
Alright, start my turn. Nobu Dynamo is going to discard the diametric charge, and I'll get one. I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Font of the Eye, Angry Mob, Scrivener Fabian, and I'll Radiant Truth. And it is your turn. I will draw.
I'll say Sanctum. I'll play Gorm. I will fight Scrivener. Unstun. Creep. Unstun. Your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna discard It's Coming to Nobu Dynamo. And I am going to say this. I'll play Obsidian Forge. Envy Wrecker. I'm gonna Mark of Dis Cinder. I'm gonna Dominator Bobble Nobu Dynamo into fighting it. And then I will Font of the Eye onto the mob. And it is your turn. I will draw 5. I'm legally not required to say check here.
I'll say this. I have to. I'll play Soulkeeper on Squire Alice with a capture. I will play Guilty Hearts to destroy each creature with Amber on it.
Okay.
Which will destroy the Nobu Soulkeeper. I will play this Infernus. Get out of here, Mark. And it's coming. I will roll on a Gorm here. I'll Gorm the I'll get the font. It's fine. It's fine. I'm done.
I am going to say this. I'm going to double doom Bulwark. Play Dark Minion. Gonna Reap with Drekker and steal one.
The Sins combo in that deck isn't even like good.
And then I'll Reap with Envy. Yeah, they're like, they don't have any synergy. I think Desire is like the best because it can come down and like randomly force the opponent to pay a lot for keys. So, and it gives you, the Desire does give you an Obsidian Forge style out where you could like Reap with Desire in the same turn that you Obsidian Forge and forge like 2 keys out of nowhere or something like that. I don't know if that's like reliable. So I'll say check with 6 and I'll draw. Go ahead.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm gonna stomp the Drekker.
Stomped.
I'm gonna play Theros Centurion. I'm gonna Axiom. Do I even care?
These idiots.
These lame idiots. Yeah, I don't actually care. Don't play Gladiodontus. I am done.
There, I'm gonna say Sanctum. I'm gonna play some Angry Mobs and Baldric. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
I'll say Sanctum as well. I will Radiant Truth.
Hey. That's my move.
Yeah. I will play Bulwark. There. Play Bring Low. I'll Reap with Grey Rider. I'll Thero fight the Bulwark, or the Baldric, and capture 1. I will Smite there.
Okay.
Take my damages. And I'm done.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna play Desire. I'll mark of this the Theros Centurion. And then I am going to Reap with Envy. I'll capture all your Amber.
Fine.
And I'll Dominator Bobble to your mob.
Fine.
And it's your turn. I will draw to you. I'll say check with 6.
I'm not mad about that at all. I'll say Saurian on stun. Elusive. Play Thero. I'll do capture. I'll play Axiom. Gonna capture a ward here. Play Galeatops, and I'll just Reap. Your turn.
I'm gonna say Sanctum. I'm gonna play Champion NFL and Cleansing Wave. So I'll get 3.
I don't know why I drew 2 cards. All right.
Thanks
for that follow.
Appreciate that.
Oh God. Dragging the embers for it?
It did. Okay. And it is your turn. I will draw 2. So check 6.
Okay, I'll say Sanctum. I'm gonna Mighty Lance. Gonna Reap with Grey Rider. Gonna fight the champion. Capture 1. Gonna play General Salvador. Gonna Reap with Bulwark. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Gonna say this. Gonna play Gleeful Mayhem. Gonna kill Theros Centurion and Grey Rider. And then I'm gonna play Drekker. And I'll say check with 9. It's your turn. I'll draw 2.
Forge. This Sanctum, I'm gonna bring low. I will fight Drekker and Reap. Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Lethal Logica. Play Odd Claude.
So you probably deal 23 damage to the center creature, but the opponent has 4 creatures. What center formation? So you do not deal damage to any creature in that case, because there's no center creature.
Yeah. There has to be an odd number of creatures. I'll play Autoencoder. I'll do a damage to
Gladiodontus.
And it is your turn. I'll draw these.
Yeah, if you play it while you have an odd number of creatures, then you'd be forced to hit your own creature with that.
So you check 6.
Sometimes it's beneficial.
Yeah, you can use it to kill your own, so. Since you have a lot of agency over the card, it ends up playing a lot better than it may initially read. Because you can like fight one of their creatures to make them down to an odd number. You can play some other removal to put them down to an odd number. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do.
Well, sorry, I'm gonna Hedonistic Intent. I'm gonna play Ludo. I'm gonna fight the Titan Engineer. I'm gonna capture 1. I will fight Bob Bookton. I will Reap.
The way this game shook out is a travesty.
Enrage, and I'll fight Odd Claude. I'm done.
The way this game played out is a travesty. So I've been fighting. I bounced between Dis and Sanctum because my hand was Lethal Logica, 1 part of Ultra Gravitron, and 1 other Logos card. So I was trying to hit any other Logos cards
for several turns. So I played the Lethal Logica, didn't hit Ultra Gravitron. Now playing Ultra Gravitron is actually very bad because that you just run all of your Saurians into him, and they
drop all their amber,
and all the amber that you've captured this game is gone. Right. So I'm gonna say Logos. I'm gonna discard 3. I'm gonna archive 3. I'm gonna draw 3, and it's your turn.
Okay.
This deck doesn't actually have a wipe, so I got behind. This is the classic mass mutations thing that we played in the first round that was very frustrating.
Yeah.
If you remember, where one person gets slightly ahead on the board.
That's it.
And then you just lose because the quality of creatures in mass mutations is so insane.
My card adds 1 creature to reap amber, and my creature reap, and I take 2 amber. Yeah, so if it has reap, gain 1 on it, so you'd reap, and you'd gain an amber for just regular reaping, and then you use the reap effect to gain 1 amber, so you'd reap and gain 2, essentially.
Like, if you're referring to the creature from the first set.
Or Way of the Pixie.
Way of the Pixie also.
I'll say this. I'll play Essence Scale. I will play Ritual of Tognath.
Okay, let's get him. I can't stop.
Boom.
Dude, that game.
The Dream Crusher for Wessel.
That game sucks. I think I lost my marks of this.
Yeah, they were fine with me, yeah.
Because you just took your turns anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Those were not a big deal.
I've had Ultra Gravitron out earlier. I guess maybe he would have been axiomed, but if I had Ultra Gravitron out earlier, maybe I could have fought for the board, but
ain't gonna look good for Wessel's tiebreaker, I'll tell you that right now.
I think it's just a bad matchup.
Yeah.
That's the way
the creatures was outclassing.
Yeah, first off, the win-loss in this thing doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I keep trying to stress for just Keyforge in general. Wessel could be an 80 SAS deck, I have no idea, right? And the other deck could have been a 65, right? Jandra, appreciate that sub.
Tithe.
So
your $5 tithe, thank you. Or Twitch Prime, it's free. It's free tithe.
Yeah.
You can't get much better than that. Alright, let me get the bets up.
Playing with house money. Prime.
Yeah. If you didn't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect to your Twitch account, you can subscribe free with Twitch Prime. No cost to you. You get 1 free sub per month to use on your favorite streamer. This is like us.
Smothering tithe.
Get your bets out. This is the 1-4 versus the 2-4. Anything could happen.
This is the AOA deck, right?
Yeah.
No, this is Worlds Collide. Triple Exhume, double Inferno. Okay,
yeah.
whatever. You had literally all the Infernuses tonight.
Yep.
I've played against the only game I didn't play against Infernus. I played against a triple Ronnie, double TMTP.
They just didn't do anything. I stole like 2 amber. You caught Fab PT coverage. I'm not looking.
No, I'm gonna check into it.
Was it over now?
I saw that Prism won, but I didn't actually get to watch. So
I know. I was excited about this deck. I think I first picked it, right? In the draft. The Archon art is very cool for it. Prism 1 calling.
Oh.
Beefy Lady. I think Beefy Lady is the finals, yeah.
Yeah, that's next. And anchovies.
Not finals, but main event.
Prism moved into Living Legends.
Oh, wow. 81.
Yeah, that makes sense. 68.
Alright. I'll keep.
I saw the I'll keep. I saw the Wombat Dash. Is it big? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Play daughter.
top 4 being all Briars.
All Briars? Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna play Succubus and discard Keyhammer. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2. Guardian Winter. But I saw the Emperor, and that card is busy.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on.
That card has a lot going on. That card is doing too much.
Okay, I'll say Brobnar. I'm just gonna Berserker Slam this, and I'm done.
Alright, I'm gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Valen Analyst and Mind Block your own daughter.
Hey.
And I'm gonna draw 2. It's your 3. The daughter. And it's your turn.
You can't do that.
Wait. That's illegal.
Stop. I'll say Logos. I'm gonna mini group think tank. Destroy that guy.
Should have played around it.
I will Tau Vapors. Archive. I'll Tau Vapors. And simply archive. Simply have them. I am gonna Academy Training Daughter. I'll reap with Daughter. I will Data Forge. And I'll discard Info Exchange. Your turn.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Valdir. I'm going to punch the daughter. I'm gonna
I did reap with it, right?
Blood of the Titans with Valen Analyst. I'm going to anger Valdir. I could do this. We can do this better. We can do this better.
Oh, Nathan could have reaped with it, right? I guess if he did reap with it, then I would have stolen with Info Exchange, so it ended up working out.
Yeah.
So he was 2,000 IQing you. Yeah. He knew. He knew not to do it.
I've maneuvered around Justin's card that I forgot the deck had. Play Relentless Assault. I'll have Valen Analyst fight the group think tank. Valdir will ready, and there's nothing to fight, so I'll reap with Valdir. I'll play Anger, and then reap, because there's nothing to fight. And it is your turn. I will draw 4. There's no Fab Knight. Blame Justin. Blame Justin for that. Go ahead.
Alright, I'll say Brobnar. I'll play Stelkin. I'm gonna play Gengar Chieftain.
Fight.
Fight. I'll play Mog Hunter. Fight. Valdir. Stelkin, putting in work, son. Play Alaka. Do I kill, or do I even care about that? We'll fight. We'll fight. I'm done. We can get back to Fab soon. I just don't know, like, I don't have a clear content path for Fab is my problem with it. We end up just like playing some decks, and that's cool and all. That's like my problem with Soulforge 2 is that I don't really have like something I want to do. That's why Keyforge is so good, because we could just like have these tournaments and they're structured, and I don't know. I wanted to do the long form like Blitz tournament for Fab, but I think it would end up being
the format rotates too fast.
Yeah, it rotates too fast. Things change too much.
If we had started the tournament and we were doing one night a week, the problem is to do Fab, we would have to probably play Fab a lot more than we currently play.
Yeah.
And there are other games that we would rather be playing for streaming. So, but I get a decent amount of Fab in at the local store, like playing, teaching new people, getting people into the game. So I get like my Fab fix through the local organized play, but here we're not grinding games nearly as much as it would take for us to like get really good. So
yeah. And I really don't.
Yeah, and so the problem is Justin's too casual about Fab.
I'm too casual, yeah.
So
I'm not actually that interested in it competitively. So, and I guess there's really no point to play Fab if you're not interested in it competitively. I don't think I would have fun in a tournament.
This deck sucks. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna play Domineer Bobble and discard Arise and Hysteria. Like Hysteria, you can reap 3 times, or if I Hysteria, you reap like 8 times or something stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna draw 3 and tell you to go ahead.
Yeah. All right. I'll say this. I'll play Rod Grub. Make you lose 1. I'll discard Harbinger. I will play Infernus.
Yeah, Bromner Stinka.
Get Punch. Blood. I will Evil Eye.
Sure.
I'm gonna Exhume. And Exhume.
Yeah, now PvE content I think will be all over.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I think PvE would
that's
really
clear direction for what we can do, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
PvE is like that's like a great direction, right? Because that's more in the wheelhouse of our non-Keyforge stuff, right? There's a long, proud tradition of PvE games here. All right, gonna say, jeez, I'm losing the game so bad. I'm like, the games have gotten less close as the night has gone on, which is just demoralizing. I'm gonna play sloppy lab work. I'm gonna archive, and I'll discard blood money. I'm gonna experimental therapy this raw grub.
Yeah, it's like in Keyforge, I feel like even in a loss, you can have fun. More so than in most other card games. And games are close way more often in Keyforge than they are in other card games too, I think. On average. If you're not playing like top level deck versus a really crap deck.
I don't. So the thing about Fab is I get way less mad about the way Fab plays out than Keyforge does, because there's so much less bullshit that happens in Fab. There are very few things that have happened locally in a Fab game where I was like, what series of events led to this occurring, right? Because Fab is like so controlled and precise. Fab is like almost antithetical to Keyforge, right? Keyforge, you have no idea what's going to happen for from one game, from one turn to another, right? Sometimes you start a turn of Keyforge and you don't even know what's going to happen in it, right? Whereas Fab is like, both people are just like sitting at the table staring at 3 cards, right? They're both staring at 3 cards and they're just like furrowed knit brow, just like staring at it, just like, God, do I block? Oh, what if it, because like there's only like 1 or 2 and you're like, oh, if I block this attack, then I won't have enough. And so, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say Brobnar.
Well, that's because of Awakening, right? Or whatever.
I'm gonna fight there, 2 there. I'm gonna play Rock Hurling Giant. I'm gonna throw a Narp at the Brain Eater. I'm gonna Blood Money it first.
Sure.
I will Reap, and then play Ragorg.
Sure.
Your turn.
I am going to say Brobnar. I am going to play Earthshaker.
Shake the Earth.
I'm going to play Bumpsy. I'm going to stun the Bog Hunter. Sorry. Smash and stun the Bog Hunter. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
I'll say Brobnar. Unstun. I'm gonna Blood Money the Smash. And fight it with Gengar Chieftain. And then I'll reap. Your turn.
I am going to say this. I am going to fear the Mog Hunter. I'm going to play Toxin. I'm going to Domineer, Bobble, Earthshaker into the Rock Hurling Giant. I have an Arise. I'm just going to throw in the discard pile. And it's your turn. I'll draw 3.
Okay, Forge. I'll say Dis. I will play Inspector, play Soul Keeper, Reap, play Infernus. Get that. And that. I will Exhume. This is Gengar.
I have no Amber Control.
Okay. All right.
This deck had Take That Smarty Pants, but I was the one wearing the Smarty Pants.
Is there any card that has a similar reaction to Nathan throwing into discard pile and take one for display, like in like Fab?
I mean, Keyforge, just Infernus, right? Like Infernus. How many times was I Infernus tonight? It's not as many as I could have been Infernus.
And they mostly weren't that bad.
Yeah, and I didn't lose the games to the Infernus, yeah. Right? Like that's the thing is the Infernus pushed the game out of reach. I lost the game long before that, so.
Other Keyforge cards that are that frustrating? That's the peak.
I mean, Mark of Dis.
Yeah, Mark of Dis.
And Restrigantus and Control the Weak are all frustrating, sure, but you're not like throwing cards at your opponent.
Yeah. So
I mean, in theory, to optimally play Mark of Dis and all that, you're supposed to like probably count the number of cards in their discard pile. But
the main event on Beefy Lady. I feel like these nights are very much like one of us wins a bunch.
Yeah.
That's just how they've been.
Yeah, it's just like tonight I don't like the first 2 games are very close. I feel like a card either way, but the last 2 games I felt like I'd never had a chance. That last the Gravitron game, I felt like if I had drawn things in a different order, the game would be completely different. I feel like the deck that you played would perform very similarly every game, but the Gravitron deck has a very high variance, right?
Yeah.
The times that you've played the Gravitron deck, you've played Gravitron on like the first or second turn, and then Gravitron just keeps the board clear for you. And like that game, I didn't have Gravitron, and so I lost control of the board, and you had infinite things. By the time I had the Gravitron, it was actually really bad for me to play Gravitron because you could just throw all of your dinosaurs into it. So
how does X match up? They're looking to make a smart bet. Well, you have to decide for yourself.
Who even knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Okay. Beefy Lady, Krazapsings, Zinzis, discarding cards, Armor Officer Nell.
All right, 13 minutes. We can get everybody out of here in time to watch House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I know you nerds are watching that. I know. Don't tell me you're not.
The hot hands fallacy. Yeah.
Was the hot hands fallacy? Is that you bet the loser every time, or you bet? I have my hot hands right now.
Yeah,
my hands can't be touched. Never seen Game of Thrones. Oh, I wish I could say that. 17. I wish that I had just never watched the show, but that would have been a possibility for me. I'm first. You're first. I will mulligan. Is it basketball? Is that from NBA Jam when it says he's on fire? Is that what that's from? Say he's on fire, and then you keep winning at Keyforge. Keep making baskets, you keep being given the ball, even if it's a bad shot. Oh, it is like NBA Jam. Any boomers in chat that played NBA Jam? Is that dated reference now?
Yeah, it's pretty dated.
Oh crap.
That's fine. That's fine. We test
Jam Tournament Edition. Yeah.
Our target audience are males aged
they're
30 to 45. Yeah. So
that's true. All right. That's everything I know about basketball I learned from NBA Jam.
All right, I'm gonna start by playing Eddie, and then I'm gonna archive a card. And it's your turn to draw.
Say logos. I had a bad SNES NBA game. Hoping it was NBA Jam. No. Oh man, that would be depressing as a kid. Can you imagine the pure crushing feeling I would get to go home and open an NBA game that was not NBA Jam when you wanted NBA Jam, or you played it at your friend's house, but your parents were like, "Oh, I got you the NBA game you're talking about. I got you the basketball."
The basketball game I played was from 29. This stream is rated M for 30 and up. It's rated N for nostalgia.
I'm done. Forge compiler. Bob Lupton.
I am.
You have NBA Jam at home.
I play. So my brother and I both played this basketball game that was not NBA Jam on SNES. I forget exactly what it was, but there was like a secret spot or some shit you could always hit a 3-pointer from. And so it was really funny. It was one of the early sports games. So sports game in Atari.
My grandparents had an Odyssey. It was like, you remember that game system? It was called Odyssey something. Yeah. And that thing was so cool.
Was that Jaguar or whatever?
It was not Jaguar.
Okay.
It was like, I don't remember what it was. I just remember
Odyssey. Was that the?
And it had some jammers on it. It had a game where you're at a tank and you're just shooting bullets at other tanks.
I played a lot of Maximum Carnage and Fatal Attraction. Or wait, no, it wasn't Fatal Attraction. It was the other one. Separation Anxiety. That was the Spider-Man games. All right, I'm going to play Operative Espion, Quintina, and Lay of the Land.
Pong. The Odyssey did not have Pong, unfortunately. All right.
Put them back and draw. They're all coming into my hand. And it's your turn.
At least my grandparents didn't have it. I miss having to hit the side of TVs to get them to show
Rise
pictures.
of the Tribe. Missile Command. Name an arcade game. Now, I love some Galaga. We're talking about classic arcade games. Galaga is probably king among them.
All right, I'll say logos. I'm gonna reap. And
Exalt.
Play. Oh wait. Yeah, that's fine. I'll play Cell Auto.
Boo. Centipede. Well, TVs were built to be abused.
You literally had, like, smacking a TV was a legitimate way to fix it.
Those TVs were built in a different America, right? At some point in the mid-80s, I blame Reagan for a lot of things, but at some point in the 80s...
He ruined TV abuse?
Well, I'm just saying the consumer culture just in general, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the 80s...
Or like planned obsolescence.
Planned obsolescence,
in electronics and basically everything. Madge. Do you mean Madge there? Because
yeah,
Reagan
ruined a lot of things.
He did ruin a lot of stuff. Basically, every problem in the current society you could probably trace back to Reagan somehow. In American society. Reagan and Nixon, yeah.
So the thing about, well, we got to the moon under Nixon.
That's true. Yeah.
So Nixon was a crook, right? But Nixon was from that old school section of politics that tried to grift as much as they could while they were in office. But they at least understood that the office could be used for good things, right? Like there are a ton of things that happened under Nixon, and despite him being a horrible human being, at least at the time, government functioned in a way that we would like expect, right? Like
the EPA. Did he start the EPA?
I don't know. I mean, Nixon basically opened up diplomatic relations with China.
Wow.
You know, that was so. I mean, the whole thing with China was is a thing, right? Because basically, when the PLA took over and the Communist Party took over, Americans were completely antithetical to communism in the country, and that's where the House of Un-American Activities Commission came from. And Nixon was like a big part of that because he was a senator at the time. So
1970. Wow, yeah. Look at that. Good job, Nixon.
Yeah, they were like that. So that was back when that was before the starve the beast strategy, right? Republicans didn't mind using the government to create functions and stuff like that way back when, right? So
sorry for any EU viewers out there. We're just mad that we don't have universal health care.
Yeah. All right, I am going to, I guess, say unfathomable. Really don't want the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna say unfathomable. I'm gonna play Sobogs. I can't do anything about Zinzi this turn. I'll play Seabringer Kakoa, and I'll play Tomwa. I'll capture onto Seabringer. And it's your turn. I'll draw 4.
It's yeah, I'm sure it's nice.
We don't miss it. We never had it.
I have no idea. All right, I'll say Starlight. I'll play Matter Maker. I'll play Anthony and Stealthster. And I am done. Dropped 8. But hey, shouts out to Student Loan Debt being forgiven. Good shit.
Are you sighing at me hating on Reagan, Yolker?
You said so many nice things about Nixon. I mean, come on, that's gotta be worth something.
Or are you sighing at the fact that we don't have universal health care? Because that is sighing.
I do agree with that, yeah.
If you want me to not hate on Reagan, you come to the wrong channel. Reagan's brain was tapioca by the time he was president, right? Reagan was a puppet.
You go in the ER being seen going home and no bill coming your way. What the F are you talking about? Imagine getting an ambulance ride.
Imagine having a functioning ER in the first place.
Imagine feeling you're about to die, but not wanting to call an ambulance because you can't afford it.
Yeah, because you're not sure.
That's the reality. Or not going to the ER because you can't afford it. There's minimum $1,000 to go to the ER, by the way. And that's with insurance. Most people's insurance.
I guess I'm going to say logos here. I'm going to play Hydro Cataloger. I'm going to play...
$25. You can't even get an Uber to the hospital for $25.
I'm going to play Science. I'm going to play Forgive and Forget. So I'll get 1 for the Science. I'm going to archive... Science and Frigorific Rod? Question mark?
I'll have to talk to your girlfriend. I won the ER 10 years ago because the cheap clinic said it was an ovarian cyst and it wasn't a big deal. Wow. Was it appendicitis? It was actually your appendix, yeah. Yep, there you go.
Guess I'll reap with Eddie.
Well, there you go.
I'll forgive or forget this other forgive or forget. I was debating whether I should like attack Eddie there, just because I could get him back to the archives.
You one for science?
And one for science. Oh, I guess I gotta. Oh, I should fight. I should fight because I would be exalting this, and I don't want that. So I'll have Eddie fight Zinzi, and then I'll forgive or forget Eddie into there with the other forgive or forget. And it's your turn to draw 4. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Z-Force Agent and Armory Officer. I'll put Z-Ray Blaster on this Anthony. I'll do.
I did get rid of the Amber, right?
A damage.
Okay.
I will draw a card from Armory Officer. I'll fight the Cocoa.
Okay.
So I'll blast.
Sure. Destroy it all. Raise the tide. Where literally even. Okay.
I will reap a Stealthster.
Oh, reap. Exalt.
I'm done. I wanted to put on Z-Raid, the Z-Force Agent, but fighting there was too good.
Okay, I am gonna say Star Alliance. I'm gonna play GAC. I'm gonna choose Star Alliance. I'll choose Shadows and Logos.
No.
Quintina's gonna go smash Bot Bookton up. I'll play Kirker. And it is your turn. I was supposed to archive a card off the Hydra Cataloger, by the way. When the tide raised. Alright. Go ahead. Draw 2.
I will say Logos. Play Infomorph and shoot Kirker. I'll play Zap and shoot Kirker and then destroy all non-mutants.
How many mutants?
I will play
I don't have any.
Effervescent. And Daughter. Your turn. It's pretty effed up, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna Recusals Chant. I'm gonna call the Void the Daughter. You lose one. I'm gonna play the Chosen One and Guilt Spine. And it is your turn. I'll draw 4.
Play Shadows. I'll play Dark Wave. I'll play Dino. I'll play Bone Kniving. I'll play Sol Auto. Old Bruno. I will play the Z-Wave Emitter with the Matter Maker and draw. I will play Dino Thief, Raw, and 3, 4, 6. So if I shoot, so I'll shoot it so it'll die this turn at least. And then I'll actually I don't have to shoot it because of the card in my hand. I will play Borrow with a damage icon. So I'll shoot it for 1. And I'll borrow this Sobogs. Your turn. I don't. That explodes.
Put archives in my hand. And I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to play Frigorific Rod. I am going to play Tidal Wave. Destroy the tide raises, you get to archive a card. I'm going to play Storm Surge so you don't get the ready next turn. And then I will say check with... It's your turn.
Say Logos. Play Mix. Play Fission Bloom. Oh, capture. I'll capture there. I will play Group Think Tank. I'll discard BDQ. I'm done. I don't ready. I do Forge Compile. Okay. Oh, I can also play this stuff. I forgot about it. I'll play Z Particle Tracker and Explore Over. Okay, now I'm done.
Okay. They don't ready. We went over this.
Okay.
We went over this.
But I cheated, so that's I get an extra untap phase.
Alright, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Science. I am going to play Submersive. I'll gain 1, then lose 1. You lose 1. Just 1. It's not, the tide is not high.
I have the tide.
I will play Forgive or Forget. We're going to archive, I think, the Chosen One. Actually, I should archive. Starlights. Diplomatic Gung. Yak. It's way better. Way better. Forgive or Forget. Play of the Land. Or, Espion. Yeah, there we go. I'll play Armadrone, I'll play Eddie, and I'll archive a card. Actually, I think this, no, that's pretty important. Okay. I'm trying to hide stuff from just filthy subtle auto hands. I'll draw 5, and it's your turn. Play 3, lost 1. Okay.
Okay, so Shadows. Play subtle auto.
Yeah, Forgive or Forget's just a great card, right?
Helock. I'm gonna borrow the rod.
Sure.
A draw. I'm gonna mug my bone hiding. Play mutant cut purse. Play explore over onto this mutant cut purse. Give them a function. And I'll exhaust the armor's run. Now I'm done. I can finally ready. My elves are here. Oh, these are all mutants. There's one elf. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up my archives. Gonna say Star Alliance. I'm gonna biome discovery to raise the tide. Yeah, that's gonna let me archive the top card. I'm gonna play Triska and Diplomatic Gung. Diplomatic Gung is gonna choose Eddie to make shadows. Diplomat Gung is gonna reap to make Triska unfathomable. And then I'm gonna gack. So I'm gonna choose Star Alliance, Unfathomable, Shadows, Logos.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Lay of the Land. I think I actually should have done that first, but it's whatever. Oh my god. My god. Draw. But play Triska. Gonna play Operative Espion. I'm gonna play Together. Play Armadrone. Play Storm Surge.
Off what?
Off Together.
Oh, okay.
I played Armadrone, then played Storm Surge. I think I reap twice. I'm gonna fight the group tank. Insects. No, go. Group reaps. think I crash Espeon and then Eddie into the group think tank because everybody dies otherwise. So, okay, and that's my turn. I'll say check with 6.
Effort for 7.
Eddie's Eddie's dead. So I'll draw these 3 and then shuffle and draw 2 more.
Okay.
I was gonna get to use all my creatures anyway because of the a gunk. Diplomatic Gunk was gonna let me use all my creatures.
Did you make him Star Alliance to be able to use them? Eddie has the Star Alliance, Brittany said.
I made him Shadows. You're right. You're right. You're right. But put the thing back on him. Reaping twice or reaping once.
Okay. And I do Forge for 7 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, slightly bungled that. But it's okay. I don't know if there was a way to keep everybody alive.
Well, do I have to play? Maybe I don't. I'll say Shadows. Play Meeting Cup first and draw. Okay. I'll Dark Wave. Subtle Auto. House counters for effects like a gun. That would be useful, yeah.
House counters are not bad anyway because of like market disc and stuff like that. Also, right?
Yeah.
You put it on top of the opponent's deck to let them know, hey, you're locked into this house.
Auto will fight Eddie. Dino Thief will fight Armadrone.
Which one?
That one. Get one of these. All right.
I think part of the problem with Keyforge under Asmodee was that
Not ready. Keyforge and exhaust your guys.
is that if Asmodee wasn't directly selling the product, like they weren't gonna they were like trying to make like traditional card game accessories, right? And nobody was thinking outside the box for Keyforge, right? And it seems like GG, on the other hand, has.
I am holding the attachment deliberately. I'll say that.
I'm gonna say Starlights. I'm gonna lay the land. Sick. I was like, what if I hit together and then I drew like nothing close. All right, I am gonna play Cheetah. And I'm going to play Shieldulator onto the Armadrone. I'll capture onto the arbitrary.
I don't think they'll do design your own card for a tier now. I think they'll probably just be.
You could probably name a card. I could see like your
really
name,
big, really big.
Your name being on a card, right? Yeah. You have creatures like, you know.
Is there a 10K tier or something? Right?
Yeah. You got creatures named like Subtle Auto and all kinds of stuff. Maybe. So I can see your name being on a creature name.
What a lot of card games do, which I could see Keyforge doing, is just doing like that might be the highest tier, and then you can add on X amount of things, like any number of things you want. Like all the playmats get extra boxes, get more than one created deck in your name, or whatever name you feed it.
Nathan Risklocks.
Did you ever release the Bad Penny Mini figures? Did they?
Oh no, those disappeared. That's in a vault with the rest of the Fuzzy Gruins.
It would be, yeah. I don't think that's the highest tier.
I don't think that's the highest tier. I think that's a let's gauge interest. And if people are like $150, that's a good sign for them. Yeah. No, the thing is, we're talking about a CCG, so like dropping $800 on a release is not like. That's not like unreasonable.
That's nothing for like a Magic release, right?
Yeah.
Mid tier, that would make sense, yeah. All right, I'm going to say Star Alliance. I'll play Crewman Yorg. I will play Nell, Anthony, Nell. Anthony's this game. I'm going to put Z Wave Emitter on this Nell. I draw 3 cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Simply amazing.
Fab has got like the whaliest whales. I say that, but Magic's got some whaley whales too.
I mean, yeah, Magic has the original whaley whales. Turnip extraordinary. So I don't think you'll be able to like. You won't be able to give it a full name turnip. You give it one thing, 25 characters, and then they use that to create a name. So it might be like the evil tournament, the something of something, right? It's just random after that. Your Gamer Generation of just 10 measuring money. It's right on this game. Okay, I'm doing my best.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to put my Archives into my hand. I'm going to brain drain you. Put the Daughter on top of your deck.
That's a very Logos hand, yeah.
I'm gonna Tidal Wave right there. So you'll get to archive a card.
That's my daughter.
I'm gonna play Storm Surge. I'll play this other Storm Surge. So you're double skipping the next turn.
That's actually interesting in this matchup because Beefy Leader really wants to reap with his creatures, right?
Yeah.
You're making it pretty hard for me to do that.
I'm gonna take 3 chains to raise the tide. So I'll get to archive. And then I'll get to use a creature with SP on.
I'm really curious to see what Unfathomable is going to look like in a set without a tide. I'm actually really excited about that.
God, it might even be more miserable because their control won't be locked to.
Yeah, it's just strictly
changed
better.
This awful tide mechanic, this burdensome tide mechanic.
Agreed.
Which creature am I using? Am I using Espeon? Maybe? I think so. Espeon's gonna fight Cream and Yorg. Depending whether they're stealing from you, doesn't let me threaten, or alright, drop a chain and draw 2. Good.
Okay, I'm gonna say logos. Pick up the archive. I will fire the groupthink tank.
Okay.
At those Rocketeers.
They explode.
And these Shadows guys. Gonna play this Zenzi. Gonna play this Forge Compiler. Gonna play Daughter. Gonna play... Actually, gonna play Titan Engineer. Gonna play Daughter. Gonna play UMax. Draw. Gonna play using Fission Bloom Xenphomorph. 2 damage there. Gonna discard Berzak. I'm done. Nine cards. You guys think chains are a bad way to balance decks? I think chains work great for like.
Chains are fine.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't like. This the time mechanic being tied to chains is not good.
Chains and power level are fine because eventually it's the kind of like the Living Legend system from Fab, but like applied to Keyforge, right? A deck eventually reaches a point where it can't be played anymore. That's fine. That's like a good way to handle it because decks are not equal. So
for the Fission Bloom, I kind of wanted to draw into something better. Say Fission, TBH. How many can be creatures on the table? You can have as many creatures on the table as you got in their combined decks.
Alright, gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Old Egad. Armadrone is gonna fight the Infomorph.
Okay.
I'll steal one. I'm gonna play Forgive and Forget. I'm going to archive Lay of the Land.
It's for the whole turn? I did not know it was for the whole turn. I thought it was the next card you played. Next time you play a card this turn. Oh, it's the next card. It's not for the whole turn.
Yeah.
It's just the next card you play. Yeah. It's not every card you play there in the turn.
Oh, Forgive or Forget. And I'm going to archive Triska and Title. Actually, or is it Brain Drain? I guess Triska and Brain Drain? Okay. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 3.
Okay, say Shadows. I'm gonna mug my groupthink tank. I'm gonna reap. You
snuck a word over there.
Oh. I'm gonna borrow the thing.
Sure.
And draw. I'm gonna borrow and shoot. I'll discard this old Bruno, which may be a mistake, but I kind of want to draw cards. And then I will exhaust the Armadrone with Sobogs, or I'm sorry, the Frigorific Rod. And I'm done.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
What
I'll put my archives into my hand, and I'm gonna say Star Alliance. I am gonna start things off with a little biome discovery. Discard science. This is I'm gonna play Lay of the Land.
Yeah, we've been playing this game for like 45 minutes.
And play Triska.
Whose fault is that?
I'll play Diplomatic.
It had to happen.
I am going to reap with Diplomatic Gun. I'm going to choose Triska to be Shadows. And then I'm going to Gak. I'm going to choose Star Alliance, Shadows, Logos. Old Egad will die.
By the time I'm ready, all my creatures are just Gak.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Yep, that's correct. I'll play Kirker and Quintina. And I'll tell you to go ahead. I'll say check with 7. And I'll draw 2. I have a chain left, I think. I'll draw 1. This chain goes away.
Logos and Effervescent. I will Vision Bloom BDQ. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Vision Bloom will take out the Armadrone. Play bot and draw, and we're done.
All right, I'm gonna say Unfathomable. I'm gonna brain drain you. What do you got over there, you nerd? You nerd, you gonna okay, all right, that's going over there. That's going over there, I think. And then
Also drew too many cards.
I'm gonna Rakuzel's Chant.
I think I lost here.
So that I think puts it away, and
yeah.
then I'll Seabringer.
Yep. Here's your cards back.
Not shut out.
You did it.
Not shut out. Anchovies.
I didn't draw any cards. You're right. So I didn't F up because I had 9 cards in my hand for that turn. DT for the win. Yeah. I think that was definitely a matchup. I don't think I could have won that game.
Yeah, but it was a bad.
Yeah, I had felt like I was not in control at any point. Whoever bet after checking out the matchup and saying, I think this Dark Tidings deck might have an advantage here. You did great.
I think Unfathomable Dark Tidings decks have really good matchups against creature-based decks, right?
Yeah.
Decks that have to reap with creatures to win.
Yeah, he exhausted the book then. Alright. 3 to 1.
They got Rakuzel's Chant.
44 to 1 odds. Woo! Very nice. Very nice.
I did it. That one's for you, believers. For Nathan, believers in chat.
Eyes up. All right, there you go. Let's check out the standings real quick. Group B, we got Master Egg Hunt.
Oh, the Kixelstone deck. It is
dominant.
Storming ahead. Storming ahead. Now that the Kixelstone has been unchained, the deck unchained. Free from the stone, it's skating in the head
this week. Flame Gas at 4-2, Wetzel at 4-2, Beefy Lady down to 4-3, and we got a lot of 3-win decks.
There's a lot in the middle of the pack right there.
We got 5 3-win decks hanging out.
Chip all the way down there at the bottom.
Yeah, Chip was very sad.
Generic Coda.
3-3 is Crab Deep's up 3-3. I think Crab Deep started. It started with 3. Yeah, look at that.
Crab Deep's charging back.
Saeed had a lost streak in the middle here.
Crab Deep got hot, so
yeah.
4 players hurt. Yeah.
Still anybody's game. We got 4 more rounds each week. So it's 8 more weeks.
Pointless to speculate now.
Yeah.
But I won't stop anybody from from doing it.
There's a lot on the line. There's a lot up for grabs. Big time stuff. Very exciting.
Tomorrow, some dexterity games.
Yeah, we're going to try Dungeon Fighter. So the way I picture it is...
Are we going to have an action cam?
I think I'm going to use the card cam and just like aim it at that side of the room so we can get up and like do the throwing shots if we need to.
Okay.
Because like under the leg shot, we obviously can't do where we are right now.
Yeah.
I think most of our shots we can do from like here. Because it's just like the normal shots is bouncing the dice once on the table.
Wizard random.
Thank you for the 100 bits.
Staying ahead in the bit chart there.
But we'll have the action cam,
the holster break
for that side of the room if we have to get up and do stuff.
Not worth the risk to speculate in TTR chat. Yeah, fair enough.
So that should be fun. It'll be wacky, I think. We might. Eddie's gonna hate it. We're gonna be getting up and moving all around. He's freaking out. So
you might get some bonus Eddie.
Definitely bonus Eddie for sure.
Bonus Eddie.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. It was a good stream.
I'm going back to play Path of Exile.
Everyone, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye bye.